A few months ago, I made the decision to stop the Lost and Found series. I felt like I'd talked about Disney as much as I wanted to, with the things that were happening at the Walt Disney World Resort, the things that were happening in and around our country, the things that were happening with the Disney company itself. All of these things just made me think it was time to do the dramatic mic drop and step away. But sometimes these stories have a way of just kind of catching up to you. There's so many stories to tell and so many things to talk about when it comes to the Walt Disney World Resort that it felt like there was more to tell. I told you I had another 50, 75 stories, and that's probably true. I probably have that many more in my head rattling around. And I thought rather than taking them with me, I would put them out here on YouTube. Whether you watch this when I post it, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, I hope that you capture the essence of what the Walt Disney World Resort was, or where it came from, or how it came to be, or how the Walt Disney Company made some of the decisions they made to get to the point they were with the Walt Disney World Resort. I think there's an interesting series of things we can talk about where I can tell you the stories. And to those of you who reached out to me and gave me your thanks for putting together this series and your wishes that I would continue, I appreciate you. That's part of the reason that I've decided to continue on. Now, to be fair, these are going to be edited a little bit differently. There's going to be a little bit different method of storytelling. I'm still going to tell the story. I'm still going to tell you what happened, but it may be just a little bit different. You may feel it's a little different than the way it was before, but it will still be there. I'll still be telling the story about something that happened in and around the Walt Disney World Resort, or maybe connected to the Disney company, somehow tied to the Disney Resort, the Walt Disney World Resort. We'll see how it goes, but just keep that in mind as you see it. And I hope you enjoy it and hope you'll indulge me. I wanted to tell these stories and keep this sort of thought process going for the future generations, so you guys could actually see what the Walt Disney World Resort was all about and really understand its history, its purpose, and sort of how the Walt Disney Company had an influence on things beyond just the resort. So I hope you'll sit back and relax, enjoy the show. I don't know when I'll be putting these out there. It'll just be over time. I'll be putting more out there. So if you're watching this several years from now, they'll probably all be there. But if you're kind of keeping up with it and you're subscribing now, you might see that they kind of come, every so often. We'll see how it comes together and how easy these things are to edit as I put them together. But I want to continue to tell you the stories about the Walt Disney Resort and how it came together and all the things that kind of make it up. There's so many interesting stories to tell. I'm telling you, there's a lot of them. So enjoy the show.